was among the most catastrophic natural disasters ever to strike Nepal. The 2015 earthquake killed nearly 9,000 people, wiping out entire villages and triggering a deadly avalanche at Mount Everest. Tonight, we hear stories of survival from some lucky visitors who escaped the carnage and witnessed the harrowing footage taken from inside the danger zone. It's one of the most majestic, yet dangerous places on Earth. Mount Everest in Nepal's Himalayan mountains, towering more than 29,000 feet above sea level. 2 years ago, on April 25th, disaster strikes. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake hitting Nepal, killing nearly 9,000 people, trapping climbers on the world's highest mountain.
When I saw this thing, I figured that's it, it's over. There's no surviving this.
American filmmaker Michael Churton was at Everest Base Camp, covering a team of climbers when the earthquake hit. At only 17,000 feet, base camp is normally considered safe.
It's about, 11 o'clock or so. We're all sitting there just hanging out, and then all of a sudden the earth moves like that. It gets very violent, it's very hard to stand up.
What was your first reaction when you felt it?
I gotta get my camera.
Michael managed to capture a few heart-stopping moments just as the avalanche thunders down the mountain.
I saw this giant wave basically coming. It was just a massive wall, like an Empire State Building thing of just ice and rock. And I could see ice and rock shooting out at an incredible speed.
He and the other climbers scramble for whatever cover they can find.
It looks like a horror movie.
It was about 7 or 8 seconds from the time that I saw that the impact would happen. So I yelled, "Get down," and then yelled, "Get down" again.
And brace for impact.
Right.
What happened around you in those 7 seconds?
My mind was like, where can I go that's safe? There was a concrete kind of rock structure that the Sherpa had built, and so I'm like, if I just put my shoulder against that, I won't get blown away. That's what I did. Everyone else kind of scattered. One person scattered this way, one person scattered that way, but there really wasn't any time.
He prepares for the worst.
It was just like, so, this is how I die, huh?
But he didn't.
When I popped up, everything was gone. An entire 27 tents were just completely swept away, and it looked like that was for all of base camp. Yeah, it was just destruction.
He was lucky. 19 people died on Everest that day. Among the dead, 3 Americans. Michael was suffering from a concussion, a broken nose.
And I realized like I was a casualty because you can see the way people look at you. And I guess I just had a lot of blood coming up.
He somehow managed to hike down the mountain to safety and was taken by helicopter to Kathmandu 2 days later. Michael's narrow escape documented in the Smithsonian Channel's Nightmare on Everest. But the climbers on Everest weren't the only ones trapped by the deadly quake. California native Kat Heldman was in Nepal on a month-long adventure.
Beautiful trails that go from one little village to the next that are full of tea houses. It's really beautiful area.
She was in this tea house in the Langtang Valley region when the earthquake hit.
We all started running out of the building, and when we got outside, the earth was just rolling and shaking.
Most of the climbers managed to escape from the crumbling building, with her husband filming, Kat doing the unthinkable.
I didn't even think, I just ran in.
Running back into the collapsing tea house to help someone escape. But the terror wasn't over.
Look, look, look. And somebody screamed avalanche. It was snow and rock and ice, and it was hurtling down the mountain at a velocity that you can't fathom. We all just turned around and started running for our lives.
She survived, but the village decimated, cut off from the rest of the world with food and water and other basics in short supply.
We set up like a little triage in the caves. We just took all the wounded people into the cave, and we had to like try to figure out how to give comfort and take care of people that were badly injured that needed like professionals, not us.
But the situation in the Langtang Valley was deteriorating.
We have tried to use a satellite phone to contact a helicopter rescue, but I don't think we've been successful so far.
As Kat describes on this phone call to ABC News 2 days after the earthquake.
We're in desperate need of rescue. We only have a couple of days of food left, so I don't know what we'll do after that.
And finally, 4 days after the earthquake, Kat is flown out of the disaster zone.
It was the first time that I think anyone really felt anything approximate, anything close to safe.
For Kat, a bittersweet departure, knowing the landscape that attracts so many visitors was now touched by tragedy. Nightmare on Everest premieres on the Smithsonian Channel Monday.